everyone and welcome back to my channel. So I have just recently filmed my what's in my hospital bag, which I will leave a link to down below, along with a blog post with a full list of all of the items that I am taking with me to hospital. And I thought I would do baby girl's hospital bag this time around. So you've got both already, and I did it kind of like at 37 weeks, so I'm pleased with that. For a second baby, I'm kind of prepared. So I'm going to start with showing you what bag I'm taking, which is actually my changing bag. So the changing bag I'm actually using this time around is the Tiba and Mal Elwood rucksack with the floral pattern. I absolutely love this. I got this for my birthday off Mark and Bill. They aren't cheap by any means, but I actually find that changing bags these days are quite pricey anyway. But if you consider for the amount of time that you're actually using one, you want one that A, fits your style, and B, makes you happy and will last like the whole duration of having a baby through to a toddler. So I have chosen a backpack style one for numerous reasons really. A, because it's actually the kind of bag that I would use day to day anyway. I tend to take a distressed denim backpack to work a lot of the time. I throw it on my back and it's just easier to get to and from like the station to work and things like that, and I find it's like got a lot more room, and it's usually like safer to get everything in there and zip it up properly. And then obviously I already have a son, so I want to be hands-free as much as possible. So it might be that I have a backpack on my back and a baby strapped to my front in a carrier this time around, but I want to be able to hold his hand and be, you know, as available to him as I am now. So this was the reason why I chose this one. So the bag is now pretty much empty, and I thought I would quickly show you like where the compartments are and stuff. So inside you will see that there's a little pocket here, which is where the changing mat is. I'm going to take this with me because if I do find it easier to sort of like change her on the hospital bed in between my legs or something, then that will come in really handy. There's also a pouch in here that you can put things in. I will show you what is in here in a moment. And then there's the main compartment there as well. Then at the front you have a little zip compartment here, which I don't have anything in. I probably will be putting the straps to the little pouch that you can detach into here just so I don't lose them, but I won't be needing that for now. And then in this compartment you've got loads more space, and that's actually where I have nappies in at the moment, and there is a bottle warmer there as well, like a little bottle warming pouch. So as I've got the bag in front of me, I might as well show you what these items are that are in here already. So I am starting with nappies. Now, with William, I was in hospital for 3 nights overall. The first night was obviously when I was induced, because I was induced at 9 PM at night, and I stayed overnight while that induction process began. Then I stayed the night he was born because it was too late for me to be discharged, and then a second night because he was quite a sleepy baby and we were having latching, like breastfeeding issues. So that's how long we stayed in total, and I want to be prepared for every eventuality. So that is why I have about, how many pairs of nappies, packs of nappies have I got? Sorry, I think I've got about 15 nappies, which might not sound like loads, but the way I see it, this will do as well while we're in there, and if we do need more then I can easily send Mark out. But I didn't want to take loads and loads of stuff with me that was just gonna like be dragged from room to room or like cluttering up space, because I found that last time I took a lot of stuff with me and then getting it home and unpacking it all was a nightmare. So I'm trying to keep it a little bit more compact this time around. So in this pouch that I showed you before, I actually have some water wipes and then 2 little sample sizes of like nappy cream basically. So we've got Metanium Everyday, which is just like a protection nappy rash ointment, and I've also got a little mini Bepanthen as well. They came in like, you know, Emma's Diary packs, those sorts of things, and you can get them through the post if you're registered with stuff like that. Now water wipes are, how much is it? 99.9% water and 0.1% fruit extract. So these are essentially just water in a wipe basically. Really good on baby skin. They're extremely sensitive, and I just find them much more easy to use than like little balls of cotton wool and stuff. I might take a handful of cotton wool balls with me, but I don't know, I'll see how I feel, because as far as I'm concerned, I'm really comfortable with using these. I know they're going to be gentle on her skin anyway, and I'm excited that I've got these like this time round, because last time round those little cotton wool balls, they, like, when you've got a poo to deal with, particularly that first poo with meconium in, it's never ending trying to get that stuff off. So that is what is left in the bag at the moment, and now I will show you what was in there. So first few things are like blankets, swaddles, muslins, that kind of thing. Now I'm only going to take 2 muslin cloths with me. This one is from Tesco, from a set, and it's just a yellow and white striped one. Yellow is my favourite colour, and this is just like one that I want with me. I really like it. And then I have a white one with pale pink stars on, which is from Primark. In terms of like softness, I have to say, because I've washed all of these now, the Primark ones, not only do they wash really well, but they're incredibly soft by comparison to others. This one is much more rough, and like obviously if you're wiping baby's face and stuff, I really recommend these, and they were cheap as well. So I have those in terms of muslin cloths. I might pack another one, I'm not sure. Let me know in the comments down below if you think I should. I'm not entirely sure. I don't feel like they particularly spit up that much in the beginning, because A, their tummies are tiny, B, they don't feed that much, and C, your milk doesn't really come in, does it, straight away. But in terms of swaddles, I have 2. I haven't actually swaddled before. William just wasn't really into it, and it wasn't as big a thing back then when he was born, or at least in my neck of the woods it wasn't. The first swaddle I have is this one, and this is from a set of 3 from John Lewis. Again, we have the white and yellow theme with a bit of grey there as well. I really like the Aztec print, and so I'm bringing this one with me. And then this is the one that I have from Modern Burlap. I actually bought this, pathetically, before I was even pregnant. I knew that I was about to try for a baby. You didn't at the time. I did include it in a haul. And I have had this waiting around for, gosh, like a good 10 months now. But it is just the cross print one. These are incredibly soft, huge big swaddles, and the only downside to them is that they are based in the US and they're quite hard to get hold of unless you want to pay like for direct shipping. But it was worth it. It's my little treat, and if I really enjoy this, I might get another, who knows. So those are like muslins and swaddles, which I think are essential anyway if you're going with like a, you know, a newborn, or you've got a swaddling in mind. Then I'm also taking a cellular blanket. I think this is one from the White Company that I was sent a while back, and I've washed this and this is all ready to go. So that's just for her in her little, you know, incubator baby thing that she goes in straight away, just to keep her nice and snug and warm. So I have this one, and I also have another blanket, which is the Mamas and Papas gingerbread one, which is nice and bright, but I've actually got this more to wrap her up with when we are going home, because it goes quite nicely with her car seat, which I'll show you at the end, which I think is important because you obviously need to bring that with you for baby when you go into a hospital. So on to the fun part, which are her little tiny baby outfits. I am taking 3 sort of outfits really, or 3 outfit changes. Again, just because I don't know how long I'm going to be in there for. It might be that she only even uses like one as her first outfit, and then, you know, we get changed and we take her home. I don't know. But I wanted to be prepared. Luckily, her bedroom is sort of almost done now, so like I can point, you know, mark out to where to go if we need him to pick up some more clothes, or maybe a family member can. But I've organised them all into little kind of like groups of clothing, so we can grab them really easily as and when we need them. Now in terms of her first outfit, I think I'm probably going to put her in this, which is a little sleep suit from a set of 3 that I got from M&S. M&S have some really lovely clothes at the moment, and I bought this whole set and fell in love with all of it, to be honest. And it's just this little one. It's a white one. I like white on babies. I just, when they're tiny, I don't know, those first few outfits, I do have just a few plain white sleep suits because they just, oh, they just look so new, don't they, and pure and angelic. So this is probably going to be the first one that she wears. It has a little matching hat, which is again white with little pale blue polka dots on, and then I have a little vest to go with that, and then also a matching bib, just in case for whatever reason she is a bit drooly or sicky, because sometimes obviously when they've just been born they can get up a lot of mucus and gunk up from their lungs, so that's just to kind of protect clothes really. And I have a matching bib for each, just in case, because you never know. And all of the sleep suits I have picked have built-in mittens as well, so I'm not going to take any mittens with me. To be honest, I bought a few this time around, but I actually find them somewhat useless these days because the built-in mittens are so much better. So that is probably going to be her first outfit, and as I said, they'll all be grouped together nicely, so Daddy can grab them easily or I can grab them easily. So that's the first one. And then I have two other options as well, just depending on how long we stay, depending on how many like nappy leaks we have or how messy everything gets. And this one, despite me saying for a long time that I'm not a huge fan of pink, I've kind of come round to it. I'm such a hypocrite, but I know as a little girl, a little baby, I had a sleep suit very similar to this, which was white and baby pink striped. So again, I have bought it because I just kind of like the idea of having something similar, if that makes sense. So again, that is the sleep suit. Then we have a little bib, which is a pale kind of dusky pink one with a little chick on it. We have a white hat and another vest. So that is a spare outfit should she need it. And then the third one, because of my love of yellow, is this one. And it's yellow and white stripe. I don't know if that's picking up, with a little yellow white trim around the neck, and again it's got inbuilt mittens. And we have a vest again, and we have a lemon and like a lighter yellow bib and a little white hat again. So I've got her all sorted there, and she has a few changes of clothes. And then the favorite outfit of mine is her going home outfit. I have shown this in a past pregnancy vlog maybe, I think, but I just saw this and fell in love with it. And again, I think they're all from M&S, you know. I'm a bit of an M&S fan, and I never realised that that was like the place to go for baby clothes, but apparently it is. And the sleep suit that she'll be wearing, mainly because I want to keep her as little as possible for as long as possible, so she's pretty much only wearing sleep suits until she's at least like 3 months old. But it is this one, and it is beautiful for a spring baby. Come on. Like, this is gorgeous, and it's just got a mainly blue kind of pink yellow floral print on white, which is absolutely gorgeous. And it does have a matching hat, which I have packed along with that, and a matching bib. So we do have those, as well as a white vest. But I bought this little hat from Etsy when I first found out I was pregnant, and I think I would probably put this on her for when she's in the car, because it's a bear and it's like a newborn size, so it's a really good size fit. Like, it will fit on her head really nicely, I think. And I just think this will be too cute to resist, so I'll probably be putting that on when she goes into a car seat and drive home. And then this little fluffy gorgeous cardigan, which Mark's mum actually knitted for her, and it has a little button just at the top here and a little hood, and she'll be nice and snug and toasty and warm in that. And I think it's special because, you know, a family member made it, and that's really important, isn't it? It's nice. So that's what she'll be wearing on the way home. And then the final thing that I obviously have to show you, which is going to be dead heavy, so bear with me 1 second, is the car seat. We have the Silver Cross Simplicity, which matches our travel system, so it's this nice purple colour, and that's what the blanket's in here ready to go, so we can keep her all nice and warm. I just love this, and I thought I would include it because you definitely need to bring your car seat with you. And we also have a little friend for her in the form of a Jellycat bunny, a little tiny one, so if she does try and hold it as she gets a bit bigger, she can do. So that is essentially everything. What I will do is leave a link down below to the blog post with a full list of everything that I'm including for her, just in case anybody's like wondering like where things were from, or you know what it was that I said. Again, you don't want to rewind the video, so I'll leave that down below. And that is everything. So we just need a baby now, or we just need my waters to break, or go into labour, something like that. But yeah, I hope that those were helpful. If you think I've missed anything, then by all means tell me down below. And you know, if I think I need it, I'll add it to my bag, obviously. But yeah, let me know if you've got any other video suggestions of what you'd like me to do once I start maternity leave next week. But other than that, I will see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.